We're live, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Hello!
Game Day
Happy,
Oh,
Hype.
happy Sunday, indeed. Welcome back to Tyranny of Dragons, our favorite group of miscreants that seem to always either get up to some bullshit or have some bullshit thrusted upon them. Regardless, bullshit is involved.
Mhm.
Um, but where last we left off, our party spelunked, if you will, into Dragonspear Castle. They, slowly kind of made their way through the crevices, dealt with a couple of nasty ambushes with some bugbears, fought off some imps and devil spawn creatures. The usual stuff that you'd find on a Friday night with a couple of beers.
Mhm.
Um, and our party made their way back. A little fun thing happened in their little RP campfire, which was, a little bit of a celebratory little party. There was some drinks, some merriment happening amongst the party. Maybe a little bit of cocaine. No, I don't know where they got that.
I don't know
Uh,
what you're talking about. I have never touched the stuff in my life.
It ain't cocaine, it's snuff powder.
it's just this like white line going down like Sib's nose or something like that, and like the twitch in her eye. It's just like, what is this white mist you talking about?
It's sugar.
Um, but you all successfully completed that portion of Lord Chester Honeysworth III's pretty much deal. So that means that at one point or another, should you require his aid, you have one time you can call it. Now, a little bit of a memory thing as far as his aid goes. He was a little ambiguous as to what that meant. So what that means is that you could technically interpret that as we need somebody to get us in, say, this really, really like top secret area. Or holy crap, we're gonna die, we are surrounded, we need somebody, we need a fucking like get out of jail card, pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely
Um
going to be the latter.
Yeah,
so
knowing us.
there's a couple of different ways you can use it. Um but it is a one-time use. So definitely make it count. Um, but yeah, that's kind of where we are at, and I believe we are on. Let me scroll up and find out which day we are on. I can find it. I believe we are on like day 23. 3 days left.
Oh.
Now, I would like somebody to go ahead and take the fate of the party into their hands and roll me a d20, please. I will take the first that I see.
I will do it.
Do
Oh,
it.
damn it.
We'll see which appears first in the chat.
Alcar does.
Alcars!
With a 2! Oh god.
Ah, lovely, lovely. Suffering, beauty. Oh, ha, ha. So, the next day comes decently peacefully. The thunderstorm out in the distance has seemingly faded away, along with any of the rain clouds. You are all greeted by a very brilliant, bright, sunny day. Seems like a perfect day for travel. The grass, though maybe a little bit more moisturized, not like this kind of soggy mire feel. It feels like a lush field of greenery. Um,
Got a aesthetic?
What's the catch?
Yeah.
but
Oh, it's a
unfortunately,
glorious
hiding within the
morning.
grass.
What a glorious morning. It makes me sick.
I must roll around in this luscious greenery.
But in the tall grass, there's a Tarrasque. No, I'm just kidding.
Kidding, it's actually 2 trust.
Clever girl. No, I'm just kidding. So I am going to say that the next 2 days of travel, nothing happens. So we're gonna move you a little bit along here.
Okay.
It is going to be on the third day.
Yeah.
And head on the third day.
On the third day.
As you're all kind of, because you're now in a moment of the caravan where you're kind of not really opening up camp for as long. You're kind of on the normal trade way at this point. However, on the road, you notice that the entire caravan comes to kind of a halt. All of the carts stop pretty much in place. A lot of, like some guards are coming by and like, waving for, carts to, hold in their tracks. And you see the pole, very tall guardsmen walk over and yell out, "Does anybody have any experience with nature magic?"
I'll turn to
Me?
Do you say that?
Yeah.
And it's just like, is that a question or is that a statement?
Sorry. I was just thrown off by this sudden urge to up the stairs.
He blinks
Stairs?
at you.
Yes.
We're in the middle of a field.
Oh.
Stairs.
No. Oh my god, never mind.
Like visual, like staring at. We're staring at her currently.
Oh. That was misleading.
I mean, we're not leading up any stairs, are we?
I just can't tell by the whatever tones you're giving me right now, woman. He just says as he turns
my
around and just
God.
motions for you to follow.
Alright, let's go.
Pip's gonna follow along because she's curious to know what's
Yeah,
going on.
Laura McCar's
Yeah.
definitely coming.
Lorraine's also following.
Tyron?
No, she's just gonna stand there all alone and wonder where her life has gone. Of course I'm going.
I mean, fucking say something then.
I didn't get a chance to until right now.
Goodness. Thank goodness.
Oh,
So, as you all, travel along, there's a couple of, like, whispers about, like, some people who haven't been towards the front of the caravan. And a lot of them are sort of, just curious what the holdup is. By the time you get to it, you notice some people are, like, holding rags to their mouths and nose. Kind of stepping away. You see right in front, littering the road, seems to be this giant field of mushrooms.
Oh, that's
It
special.
is massive. We're talking like beyond what would be considered a meadow. And one of the guardsmen at the front says that, how many of them are there? I'm sure they've got to be poisonous or something. I wouldn't risk it. But we can't go around it. Seemingly
No, but I
just
can
kind of
collect them.
like, we're gonna be here for days if you take it just to collect them.
question, Zach. Do these mushrooms look like the kind that we encountered in that cave that one time when we were trying to steal the dragon cultist dragons? The eggs?
No, these seems distinctly different. At least just by visual look alone.
But are they edible? I do love a good mushroom.
Can I do an investigation or nature or something to figure out what they are?
Go ahead and roll me a nature. All right, let's see what that gets you.
I didn't realize that nature was an intelligence roll. Jeez.
It is.
Ooh.
Kind of like looking it over, really. I mean, it could be poisonous. It could not be. You're not entirely sure, really.
Well, Druine, what have you identified about these delicious-looking specimens ahead of us?
Well, they could be poisonous, they could not be.
There's only one way of finding out. And Sif plucks one and eats it.
Oh, you eat it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, just 1 sec.
Well, it was nice knowing you,
Yeah.
Candy Hilton.
Dun dun
Wait.
dun 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 dun.
Can't wait to see what next character you bring.
I mean, don't worry. I can always heal the poison if it is poisonous.
Hey, Reina, do you have Revivify?
I do.
Yes, but I don't have diamonds.
Same.
Oh yeah, that's right. You need diamonds, don't you? Well, nice knowing you, Civ.
On save, you say? Let's
Mhm.
go. And I'm going to use one of my inspiration points.
All right.
So it's a saving throw, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, let me do the little plus on that.
Okay.
Woo!
Hey, da. After eating it, there's like this sort of pause, and like party members, are you all kind of like leaning around Civ, kind of like, all right, so you gonna die?
Alcar's just staring expectantly, mouth slightly ajar.
Quill's got shield ready.
Well,
Tastes a bit
Nothing.
like grenouille, you know, like frog's legs. They're kind of a specialty at Gammy's house. Takes me right back.
I love frog's legs, and he picks one and eats one too.
What are you do?
Roll me a Constitution save, Alcar. Yeah, nope, nothing.
Yeah, they're great.
Right? That's what I said. Bet we could make a nice soup out of him.
Ooh.
And then I
Um,
To our enemy.
I would like to maybe just do detect poison and disease on them.
Detect poison and disease. All right, go ahead and cast it. Let me check something.
I don't trust them. Where'd it go? Oh. Well, I'm gonna use it on the map.
Goodness, that's a wide range.
so he just
It takes over.
yeah, just turns over to one of the guards when you have gingivitis.
Like, there was some poison back in Dragon's Castle.
I got disconnected.
Oh no!
No.
Yeah, no. Like my PC flickered.
I did see something flicker just now.
All right, so let's see. Presence of location, poisonous creatures, diseases. Oddly enough, it does not appear that there are any poisons or diseases specifically, attached to these.
Alright, so we know they're not poisonous and there's no disease.
Can I see one, please? I'm not gonna
Have
eat it.
that out.
Quill,
They're all over the floor, by the way. Like literally, they're littering. And
just to clarify something. Are they like growing out of the ground, or is it like somebody took plucked a mushroom and just threw it?
It's like a field. He's like,
Okay.
It's a field, literally littering everywhere,
Okay.
in front of you guys. Like we're talking, at least a half mile worth of mushrooms, pretty much.
Oh damn. Okay, I'm gonna be casting Identify on this shroom.
You're casting what? Identify.
well, wait, I don't think they
What?
need to, because mine should be able to detect the kind of poison. Oh, yes, if it's not poisonous, doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's no poison.
Yeah.
Magic item or magic compute, you learn its properties and see how to use it, whether it requires attunement and how many changes, whether any spells. So there are no spells attached to these. However, there seems to be a level of magical infusion within these mushrooms. You can't really identify necessarily what it is. It's like you get a very faint feeling of illusion magic. That's it. And not like as if somebody casted it on these mushrooms to do it. It seems like these are just the innate properties of these particular mushrooms.
Okay. These shrooms seem to have some sort of like innate magical illusionary aspect to them. You should they
It
tasted
obviously does not work on me and Alcar.
clearly not. I was wondering if you ate one when it was sitting on a trip. I'm going to try to test something. Everyone stand back, and Quill's gonna create a mage hand.
Oh god, he stands real back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and she's
so
gonna go as far as the
Sarah.
way she can, and she's gonna have the mage hand like squish one of the shrooms.
Like just like further in the pile, like
Yeah, farther away from them.
farther away from them. Like how far? Like how far?
Let's see. I got quickly cast to see what the range is. Up to 30 feet away.
30 feet away. Okay, so like you're doing the max.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get as far away as possible before I squish a mushroom.
Yep. You squish it and juices go.
All right, juicy.
You also
Yeah.
notice that like a couple of like spores puff out of them, but like they're not like it's not to the point where like one mushroom makes like an entire fog cloud, if that makes sense. It's just like kind of the amount that maybe you would expect.
All right. So if you do step on them or squish them, they do go puff. So if there is something absolutely very dangerous about them that we haven't really realized yet.
Well, what's the verdict, Druid? And
Well,
Wizard?
I have options. We could either dispel their magic, or I could wither them.
Well, you best do something about it because it doesn't look like this caravan's willing to move past this field until the shrooms are dealt with.
No, at least not
What
until
if we
it's clear.
just
Sorry?
go on?
Yeah, unless we can clear a clear path through.
To that end, why don't we just set it all on fire?
We don't know what kind of magic that'll, burst out from them, because the spores will still come out.
Yeah, this spores might be extremely flammable. We might have a genetic explosion on our hands.
Then it might not be a good idea to wither them either. I say we dispel it.
Wither just means it'll kill it.
Yeah, some mushrooms send up spores when they die, don't they?
Well then, what if we just set one on fire and we test it?
Well, the people grow impatient, and by people, I mean me. So
Well,
might
you
as well
tell me what to do then!
just do what you think is necessary. We gotta keep moving.
All right, you can throw the first fire bolts.
Who do you? I don't know what you just said.
Oh,
Well,
sorry, Lyrian just said to Civ, well, you can throw the first fire bolts.
I'm gonna leave that to Druine to figure out what she wants to do. I'm not about to burn down the entire countryside.
Alright, well... I guess I'll just wither a portion? I don't... Let's make sure, yeah. Creating a path,
Can you talk to them?
if we can. Technically, I think I can.
Try to communicate them, see if there's, ask them to move, if they can move.
Okay.
You did it with those previous fungi.
You're not wrong. So, like, the speech with Beast and Leaf. I can talk to them, and they can understand me.
Well, then, by all means, try to convince them to pack up their spores and get the fuck out of here.
I'm cracking up, sorry.
Good.
Well, fine. I don't know if I need to roll it, but we're gonna do that.
Alright, so speech with beast and leaf, you have the ability to communicate in a living manner to beast plants and understand me your words, so you have no special ability to understand them in return. You have advantage on all to influence them. Alright, what do you say to them?
Would you kindly let our caravan come through by leaving a nice path through you all?
Let me see. Read it a little bit. Like, you know, points which they can understand the meaning of your words. Roll me persuasion at advantage, because you have advantage on the roll because of this.
I believe in you. Ooh.
Okay. You notice that, like, it's like a little bit of a moment, but you start slowly noticing the mushrooms start moving and creating a path. It's extremely slow, though. Like, this is not like all of a sudden they turn into Ents from Lord of the Rings and then just like, it's like a very slow process. If you leave them be for probably the next couple hours, that they'll have moved aside for, to leave a path for the caravan.
Alright, now we just have to wait.
Sorry for eating you.
You see one holds out a knife and points it at Lara Makar. No, just kidding.
Please forgive him! Please forgive him!
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
I'm just imagining, the meme of like the duck with the knife, right?
Can I have it?
Points the knife at you, like stay back.
Wait, gift for this. Long current mushroom interaction summarized.
Get back. Stay back or I step.
I guess we should
Um,
inform the caravan that we've got a little bit of a way to go, but we'll have a path through.
And I'm assuming you all patiently kind of wait and allow a path to be made.
Indeed.
Indeed.
All right. That's the case. This day goes by swimmingly, and path is cleared of mushrooms. Well done.
Hey! We're that good.
Yeah, depending on how it goes, this might be the last session of you guys on the road. Well, before Waterdeep.
Hey!
So,
Azoo.
Hazoo?
let's see.
Azoo.
Hazoo?
Bless you.
Ah, bless you.
Oh, yes, I am.
All right. Okay. Another couple days go by. We are now on day 18.
Raina still has her corset on because now Sim is refusing to let her take it off. She has to sleep. She has to sleep with the thing. Her body
Oh
is
my
now
God.
slowly being tortured, but also molded into the perfect shape.
Oh my god. It's a good thing she doesn't have to breathe.
Yes, now she just has to tolerate nonstop 24-hour agony.
God.
Zach, can I use long rest?
Yeah, everybody can use long rest if they expended anything. So,
Yeah.
and
Let me
just
say,
go for it.
no, I was just gonna say, while this is during these few days, Quill's been working on her assignment, and when it's done, she would like to submit it to Owl 315, whatever it's called.
Ooh, what the hell are you? No, I'm just kidding.
I rescued you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You were dead in a ditch.
Wow, brutal. Quill starts sounding like a fucking mob boss. Just like, you was in the ditch when I found yous.
You were nothing
You-
before me.
You was a gutter rat.
I made
Oh.
you something.
All right. Today, let's see what happens. So I need everybody to go ahead and make me perception rolls. These ones you do not need to do blind GM.
Why do I even bother? I see, hear, and feel nothing. I am
So-
Helen Keller.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
So, funny enough, everybody but Civ, unfortunately,
Is brushing her hair.
is gonna notice that there is a particular looking. There is a member of the cultist caravan that has been kind of eyeing some of your party members. It's been one of the times when maybe either like you all, whether some of you notice while you're on shift doing your guard duty stuff, or just going out and about and kind of purchasing things from it. This this particular cultist, amongst his group, seems to be kind of eyeing you all a bit more.
I just
Civ,
What is it? I'm brushing my hair, if you can't tell. And then she smacks Alcott with the flat of her brush. Just for fun.
he nudges Quill.
What is it?
what? Is it the guy?
You're seeing it too, right?
Yes.
What are we looking at? Y'all
There's
have
been-
to be a bit more specific.
There's been some guy who's just kind of like he's kind of part of the original caravan of the the people,
Uh-huh.
and he's just kind of been watching us suspiciously.
Giving us the stink eye.
Right. And is he still there?
He keeps looking at us. Don't look, it'll be suspicious.
Well,
Don't
certainly.
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Do we know what he looks like so we can describe him to Civ?
In terms of, let's see, I'd say, yeah, you'd be able to kind of describe him, but a lot of the descriptions, admittedly, is very much just kind of almost like a typical human, if that makes sense. Like, oh no, he's got like facial hair and he's got brown hair.
He's
And-
a study in human averages.
Right.
Is this an open area this is happening in?
We're
My
whispering.
thought process is that this would be like, after some of your shifts are done for the day. So this could either be you guys, whatever part of like the caravan, maybe you all would be like together for a bit, whether it's at the food portion or whether, you're looking around at stuff. I'll kind of, leave that to you guys.
But this is like
Do you-
out in the open, right? Like we're not in like a tent and stuff.
No, not in 10.
Okay. While everyone's talking about him, Reina would like to just walk up to him.
Oh, dear.
Hello. And couldn't
she
help but
doing?
notice you staring at my party.
Like a
Something
me.
caught your eye.
It's just, yeah, you are, Hawk, right?
I'm sorry?
The biggest.
Hawk. Comrades of the Coast.
Oh,
Oh.
Cook. Yes, we are comrades of the coast. Cook for short.
I need Reyna, because you're the one directly interacting with him.
Mhm.
Blind GM roll me insight.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you're kind of looking at this guy in the eye, and like you're starting to put together that he's an older man, not like old like, because a question, how old is Reina?
Uh, she's probably, uh,
20s, 30s.
probably 20s, like
Okay,
mid to late 20s.
this guy looks like he's maybe in his 50s, right?
Okay.
Like late 50s, right? But decent shape still. And you're starting to remember a couple of features from him. And at this point, like the features are like they're mundane, but they're familiar. Like like when it's like there's nothing remarkable about somebody, but you feel like you've seen them somewhere. So therefore it's like, familiar.
Right.
Another blind GM roll, history.
Okay. History.
As you're, kind of looking this guy in the eye, his familiarity is starting to kind of return, like it's starting to actually resonate with you in terms of what it's meaning. This man has not just been in one raid that you've seen him at. He's been at another that you've been at too. One where
Oh.
you were much, much, much younger.
Uh-oh.
And he's looking at you and says, well, can't say that I've seen your group firsthand. Don't see many air genasi around. But
I'm sorry?
pleasure to make your acquaintance.
How would he know that she's an air genasi?
The hair, like, there's not, as genasi are not exactly like, the human features are not what is the most strongest. So the way I see it is that how your hair has like that storm wave kind of thing to it, right? With the air, that is like a genasi trait, if that makes sense. Like specifically air genasi, but
Yeah. Also, probably the cloud.
Well,
well, I don't know if you would have that out, but
yeah, it's not always there.
Yeah, fair. Joking. Sorry.
and he goes, well, regardless, just was wondering if you all were as good as everybody was saying you are. You've kind of been enamored with the caravan.
Oh, well, you do good deeds for others. I suppose it earns you a reputation that you could be proud of.
Did she lag out for anybody else?
She did,
You
yeah.
did, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, she said, well, I suppose if you do good deeds for others, you gain a reputation that one could be proud of.
Mm,
Would you
I
like to come have a
suppose.
drink with us?
I think I'll pass. Thank you for the offer, though.
Shame. I
I'll
hear Civ has quite the vintage.
What?
And then he says, good to know. Good day, Storm Siren.
Likewise.
And he's gonna start walking away.
She's gonna watch him walk away for a little while before returning to her group, and she's gonna sit down, and her eyes are just gonna be filled with fury.
What happened?
Well, I need us to come up with a plan for distraction so that I could kill that man immediately.
What?
heard me.
Says why?
What?
Not what, why?
Oh, I thought he said what.
I did say what, but also she's asking why now.
I didn't.
Well, it's not
Okay,
every
slow
day
down.
that somebody can, watch their entire village be massacred and find that person's face in a crowd and let them live, is it?
Oh, how are we going to do that?
I don't know. Maybe Candy can have another impromptu dance party and I'll just go fucking slit his throat from ear to ear. I don't know, but he needs to die.
Did he recognize you?
Hard to say. I was a child when he saw
Did
me last.
did he give any indication that any of us or you seemed familiar to him at all?
I mean, he obviously understood I was an Ergonasi, but, I mean, that's not exactly hard to miss. Unless you're this party and it took at least 7 episodes to figure it out, but that's besides the point.
Excuse me.
I mean, it's possible that he does recognize me. I don't know, I recognize him. He complimented us and said that the rest of the caravan thinks highly of us for our deeds as comrades of the coast.
Oh, he definitely knows. That's smug as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Either way, it's quite suspicious, and he might not be the only one watching. If he's part of the cultists, I'm sure he's given them some information about us. Anything happens to him, they're gonna come looking for us, and our cover's blown.
Well,
You're pretty
unless we
good.
make it look like an accident.
And how will you propose we do that?
I don't know, that's why I'm sitting here brainstorming with all of you, because I can't exactly travel with this man for the remainder of our caravan ride and look him in the eye knowing he slaughtered my entire village.
What about if there was an earthquake?
I don't care what it is. That's the whole reason I'm here, is to get revenge. I
just
finally
a-
have someone right here in my grasp that I can start with, and you're asking me to have restraint. I'm doing the best I can. I cannot think of everything.
I'm just offering solutions.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a
But
question
Raina,
of
this man is just a drop in a vast sea. He means very little, especially if your vengeance is to be exacted against the dragon cult and Tiamat. What does one man mean in the face of an entire goddess and her agenda?
Who said it has to be mutually exclusive, Candy? Why can't I take all of them out? They certainly didn't show any restraint for my village. One drop, one death. All of it equates to a giant ocean.
Well, far be it from me to deny you your vengeance, but this, my dear, this will be tricky to pull off.
if you don't mind me asking, Storm Siren, why did they raid your village and kill everybody?
Beats me. Possibly because our peak, I don't know, had some mystical energy about it. Maybe they thought it was a good place to open a portal for Tiamat. I don't fucking know. I'm come from the cloud peaks. Dragons like flying, right?
That
I
is
couldn't tell
honestly
you.
a very believable theory. Shit. But still, the question of if an accident is possible or distraction or something, but as I said, it's going to be tricky without also blowing our cover. Because honestly, I've been feeling like we've been towing the line sometimes. I feel like almost made a few mistakes. I'm certainly not helping. I've currently got that whole issue with the wizard.
Civ would just hold up her finger, just to get everyone to be silent for a second. And she'd look between Quill and Reyna, and then sort of focus on Reyna and think for a moment. And then she says, "Something tells me that you will try to exact this vengeance with or without our help. Correct?"
Well, yeah, but I'd prefer the help if it's offered.
Well, looks like we will have to offer that help. Can't afford to just have you rushing off and doing this by yourself, and something tells me that your emotional side will compel you to exact this vengeance, with or without us.
If we fought first, I guess we had to plot a murder.
Right. No one's saying we have to do it right now, at this exact minute. We'll have to take our time, find out the right strategy to use, see how we can isolate this person from the rest of his cultist group.
The question is, how do we do that? They don't have abilities that they could potentially use as lures.
I have an idea, but it doesn't revolve around luring anyone anywhere.
I'm listening.
Do you remember that I have this ever-smoking bottle?
And it's what now?
I remember you mentioning that the one time when we were nearly obliterated.
Yeah, so the ever-smoking bottle can basically release a heavy smoke up to 120 feet the longer it's been opened, and will basically cause everyone to be blind, including us if we're in it. But if you are in the right place at the right time, you could slit a neck or two and then just skiddy off until I can close the bottle again.
Again, it's not a bad idea, but tricky, especially getting close enough to the cultists to open this bottle
I
They
without
haven't.
being seen.
I do still have that sleeping potion. If we give too many drops, then someone dies. You know, the one that Alcar drank?
But it'll be hard to get them to drink it.
Oh, yeah, like you remember that time you poisoned me?
Didn't poison you. You put
You just called it a poison.
I do
sleeping.
believe they call that a Bill Cosby.
Oof. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Bad joke.
Regardless of the method we use, I think we can all agree that we will have to target the cultist caravan. In particular, that heavy metal box they seem to be carrying around. If they fear something is trying to get in or to attack it, they might be distracted enough for you to try to get the jump on this man.
And there's the issue. If they catch us, directly attacking it, they're going to, of course, there's going to be an issue. We get get in trouble with the rest of the caravan. They've been keeping you know, their cover pretty well.
Right. Say, Raina, what's the range on your little ability to call down lightning? How far away can you be to make it happen?
Well, it's a 10-foot tall, 60-foot radius, roughly. But, lightning is unpredictable, so I could try to pinpoint a location, but it's not always guaranteed.
But how far can you be before you cast it?
If I had to guess, about 120 feet away. Give or take.
120. Well, we found you the right cover. You could potentially do something then. The same applies for all of us casters. Those of us who have decent range, we could potentially create a distraction from a little ways away.
I have. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I've always wanted to use Sky, right?
Well, you were gonna say something.
I have a spell called Unseen Servant, which lets me create an invisible entity who can basically perform simple tasks for us.
Can you get that entity in to where the cultists are, especially around there? That object that they got, and have it open.
The entity can go up to 60 feet away from me.
Right, and can he open this flask?
you have a smoking bottle?
Yes, Druine does.
It can open. It could, if you have it. I don't. So it could open the bottle. Yes. The issue is the bottle will not be invisible. So the bottle will either have to be, casually placed somewhere near the caravan, or I'll have to try to make the unseen servant move very closely and roll the bottle low to the ground. Something to, they don't see a magical floating bottle in the air.
Figure would have to be able to speak a command word to put the bottle back closed, can it?
Oh, and that'd be another potential way we could get caught.
Tricky indeed.
I could have Osric go in, steal some of his food, and try to lure him away that way.
Tricky
What
indeed.
if I get all the horses to just run amok? Cause a chaos.
Well, my recommendation would be hatch a plan, which we are pretty much doing right now. But beyond that, to wait for the ideal time to do it. To do it now would be too suspicious, especially since this man's already had a conversation with our friend here.
If you accuse him of pickpocketing us.
Now, Raina, from your conversation with this person, did you get the sense that they were on to us, especially as they were leaving you? You were talking to him for a while.
It was just a short conversation. I invited him to come back to our little area and enjoy a drink. He turned that down.
He turned the offer to drink down. Especially
that you
after
had-
studying you, expressing some manner of curiosity. And then he just up and left.
Yeah. You use our aliases, right?
I don't know. Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't really recall speaking about any of you, except I did tell him Civ might have had a really good vintage.
Oh, we're bone.
Candy.
You guys made
Has
such
a really
stupid aliases. Like I could remember Laura McCarr or Candy.
You used my name.
You just did. You just remembered.
Well, then go kill him. All the more reason, right?
Wait, did you use my full name or did you use the abbreviation?
Just Civ.
Tricky.
This is what's just a lot more complicated.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Could you just be Candy Civ Hilton?
Not the point. Point is, if this person even remotely suspects we are who we are, it behooves us to strike them before they strike us. No other way around it. Or at least him before he starts spreading the word, making the rest of the caravan and the cultists suspicious.
What a mess.
A mess indeed. One that could have been avoided, but hey, that's just not how the cards are playing out for us, it seems.
I won't apologize.
In that case, we act fast, and we act immediately. Kill this one before he raises the alarm. I'm willing to help and support with my abilities from a distance, but I'm not getting directly involved.
Well, there's the question of how do we get anything from here? We don't have enough information. Do we need to get closer, do some scouting?
Perhaps. My invisibility has come in handy in the past.
It has. And also, I regret to inform everybody that Osric will shall be getting a makeover.
Confused?
Well, if you want to send Oswick out, be my guest. Keeps me out of the line of fire.
Are you able to turn anything invisible, Candy? Or just yourself?
I believe my invisibility only extends to people. I'm not sure about objects. I haven't really tried that before. But let me check the compendium.
I mean, I don't care about objects. I'm talking about myself.
Well, yes, I can make you invisible.
We could try that. I could walk over to him. Possibly I could use my command ability, make him follow me somewhere, remote, where the rest of you are waiting.
And let's say that fails.
Well, then I'm invisible and he doesn't know where I went.
You won't stay invisible when you use your command ability, my dear. Any action that you take will dispel the invisibility. You best be sure that it'll work, and that there is no one else around the man when you use it.
You could use it to lure him away, however, do something that causes him to go a little farther from the others.
Like I said, my powers are at your disposal, especially invisibility. How you decide to use it, I leave up to you.
Do we have any indication from our time in that cultist camp when we were trying to get the dragon eggs? Do we have any idea what some of their generals sounded like, or their leaders or something? Or any intel in that regard?
The only two leaders we knew about were the Dragon Master individuals, Antar Froome and Landragosa.
And Fulham, whatever her name is.
It was Frulam Mondoth.
Frulam.
Anthar
Yeah,
Froome
Frulam.
is the Order of the Gauntlet.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Antar.
You're good.
So, here's my curiosity. Civ, she says her name quietly. You collected a lot of cultist robes, right? I know you made a dress out of a few, but do you still have some intact?
I do.
I have cultist robes, and I've made a dress out of Thayan robes, but cultist robes I believe I still have one or two of, and I believe so does Alcor.
Alright. And does anyone have a disguise kit?
No disguise kit, but
You what?
no disguise kit, but I do have the ability to use disguise self.
Disguise kit, but you have Find Familiar.
Alright, well, that doesn't help me.
So Druine can disguise herself, but she can't disguise others.
We
None
do
of
have
us have disguise kits.
we do know somebody who can help potentially with disguises. Somebody who happens to be very good with
I was
makeup.
going to suggest the same. Someone who's very good at makeup.
Likewise. I'm thinking, what if... And Candy, you're probably the best person for the job because of the way that your demeanor comes across. What if you disguise yourself as what's-her-face that Lara Makar here tried to have an intimate night with? Maybe you can, I don't know, try to find a way close to this person, lure him into the woods as if you're that person undercover needing to pass on a message. Get him alone, thinking he's meeting with you, and then the rest of us just ambush him.
So do the opposite of what I just suggested. Me staying out of the line of fire. I have no stake in this. You are having me directly risk my livelihood over something that could be avoided.
Well, it's either you don't participate and your name is the one circulating, or you participate, we end him, and everything ends well is all well.
She just narrows her eyes at Reyna.
Reyna narrows her eyes right the fuck back.
And just kind of like looks at her coolly and then nods her head. She's like, it's like if that's our only option. then fine. But I'm not happy about it.
Do you think
You need to
I'm
watch
happy?
your trap.
My
Keep
trap.
our real name out of it. Yes.
Listen, when you find somebody who slaughters your gammy, and you come face to face with them and have the realization, you try to remember aliases that literally make no fucking sense, okay? When you're in my position, you can talk. It was a mistake.
Cooler
Get
heads,
over
my dear.
it.
Cooler heads. Revenge is always a dish best served cold. Now, I have agreed to do this. Fine. We should situate the others then. You were suggesting that I pretend to be what? Fulam Mondarth? Make it seem like I have divine aid behind me, speak into this guy's mind, lure him out into the woods to speak with me, and then we would jump him?
It's only a suggestion.
Not a terrible one.
Obviously, if these cultists are going from point A to point B, they have to get some kind of information about what they need to do along the way somehow. I don't know the way that they correspond, but I mean, it's perfectly feasible that maybe a messenger would come in the disguise of night to tell them important things. I mean, the caravan is large, so somebody sneaking in and out here and there unaccosted, I mean, as many gods as there are, there's always blind spots.
Well, it's far less risky than trying to create some mass distraction that'll undoubtedly be foiled and then end us in trouble. Seems like subtlety is the only viable option, and the only one that I feel most comfortable with. However, if I do this, Raina, I will request a boon out of you. Not now, but perhaps later, when the right time arises.
Need I remind
It
you,
shall be a
Civ, that we are a company? We've all signed charters, except for whatever your alias is.
Oh, I found the charter. I just didn't find the bank thing.
So, it's in your best interest as a party, as an adventuring company, to do this. I'm not the only one here who has made an alias mistake, and yet somehow I seem to be the one being raked over the coals for it. I don't quite appreciate
raked,
that,
my dear.
nor do I
I'm-
appreciate the condescension coming out of your mouth, Candy.
I'm just
Ooh.
trying to strike a deal, especially if I'm to put my neck out
We're
for
all
your
putting our neck out for mistakes. I've put my neck out for Laura McCaw's stakes. I didn't ask for anything from him in return. Did you? I don't think so.
Right.
Other people
But
have
this
also
isn't
made
me just-
mistakes.
This is not me just standing afar and casting some spells to create a distraction.
Well, you're the most
This is me
convincing bitchy person, Civ, so that's why you're the right one for the job. You're the one that knows the most about cultists and how they operate and how they
Yeah.
talk. So,
You did.
But I'm not fallible, nor am I perfect.
and
I'm
neither
simply
am
asking
I.
for a favor down the line if I'm to do this.
And if I say no, you're going to refuse? Because again, it's your name that's circulating. Whether it was my mistake or not, you have just as much interest in this as I do at this point. And look,
Yes,
I'm
against
sorry for
fate.
my faux pas, but I'm mortal. And as I mentioned, we've all made this mistake already.
So, you do not feel comfortable with me calling in a favor for doing this, is what you are saying.
If I know the favor that you're requesting in the future, sure. But if I don't know the favor, then this seems awfully a lot like Lord Honeyworth or whatever's offer that you seem to have a problem with at the time as well, since it was so vague and ambiguous.
A favor for aid, for help, for your assistance.
Of course, I
In a-
would do that anyway because we're an adventuring party and I considered you a friend. But if you're going to hold this over my head, then I should have to rethink that.
Now, let's not get your panties in a twist. I'm simply hesitant of putting myself in danger, but I hear what you are saying, and
Put
no,
yourself
I
in
will not
danger.
I will not extort a favor out of you. Fine, let's just do this and see what comes of it.
The change of heart is appreciated.
I sincerely hope so. Right then. Might as well get everyone in position. The sooner we do this, the better.
Right.
Right.
So
I
you
just
are all suggesting that I would assume the mantle of Fula Mondouth, or perhaps a messenger from Fula Mondouth?
both work. If you need an excuse, you can just say, you fear that there's traitors amongst the cult, and you can't be and the others cannot be trusted with this information.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Perhaps threaten some sort of dissension within the ranks, spies within spies, and that's why we have to get him away, alone, so I can deliver my message.
And do you? Oh, Storm Siren, do you still have the cultist amulet?
Yes.
Give it to Candy, and she can make the look extra valid, extra realistic. Prove she's a member of the cult and not just some rando.
All right. But just don't lose it, whatever you do. And she hands it over.
I have one of my own, but I think yours is a bit more convincing. Now, we must do something about my appearance. People know what I look like.
Then
Even
let's.
with the ropes, I might have to get close enough to convince this person to, I don't know, leave their camp unless I speak into their mind. That might just get their, suspicions. That just might make them even more suspicious. If I'm to show this medallion, however subtly, I will need to be close to this person.
Let's talk to Kai Langston.
Indeed. Well then, who wishes to accompany me to this trip to the makeup artist extraordinaire?
To be honest, I think Laura Makar should go, since he was the one that was the most up close and personal to the person you're impersonating. Maybe he can give pointers as to certain directions that our makeup artist needs to go.
All you need to know is that she's a major bitch. Oh, you mean like physical description? Okay.
Oh, actually, you and I, Storm Siren, were the closest to them. Remember, we were in the ship with her.
Yeah,
But
you were. I was fighting Landragosa at the
Laura
time.
Makar was like in her lap for 2 hours. What do you mean?
She was in
That was
disguise
her.
then.
She was in disguise. She was
Yeah,
in
I can.
This is the
can.
first time hearing about
I was
this. I
hanging
banged
outside of
that
a
woman?
window. I don't remember what she looked like.
I can give the description.
Well,
So
the thing we did, she had like red hair and green eyes and fair skin
Yeah,
and looked distinctly human.
she is distinctly human, but she does not look like that in truth. Do we want to say something, Zach?
what did you say?
All I was saying was she may have looked like that. She was distinctly human, but I believe she was using disguise at the time. So I did see her. I did see her up close and personal when I was on the ship, pretending to be, the worker.
So
So
in terms of because you said you remembered what they looked like, right?
yep, Frulam Mondoff. That's what we're going for, right? Or do you want to go for like random cultist?
I
Uh,
mean,
pretty-
what do you guys think? It might be harder to pull off actual Frula Mondoth. I mean, Civ has encountered her and can try to pretend to be her, but her appearances are like vastly different, I think.
Maybe a random cultist, because if she's supposed to be somewhere
And also, why would
specific,
Frula Mondoth, if she's that senior, just kind of waltz in from the woods herself?
I would have said I'm thinking the cultists.
yeah, and if
Yeah.
she's supposed to be somewhere specific and like we don't have that information.
Arya, you're cutting in and out. Could you repeat that?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, now I can.
Okay. I said if she's supposed to be somewhere specific and we don't have that information, then that may backfire because maybe other cultists know her whereabouts or what she's supposed to be doing right now. So I think random cultist is a good idea.
So we just, make you look like somebody else that you are not.
Very well. Let's go then. It's time I get my hair blowed out.
Mm-hmm. Also, see if you can add, some distinguishing trait that you don't normally have. Like a scar.
But like some sort of hideous mole.
That or a scar, I was thinking. Just something that, if they do come looking, they'll look for a very obvious indicator that you don't have.
Fine. Quill, you may accompany me.
Very well.
And off they go. This better work.
All right.
Quill's
So-
pressing a smug smile.
Out of character, let's get kind of clear what's going down. Tell me, kind of just review with me what you're planning on doing, just out of character, so that I can decide what specific roles need to happen before any interactions happen, and what kind of roles are going to need to be done during the interaction.
Okay.
So, do you want to just grab it?
Yeah.
Civ?
We're gonna disguise Civ as a cultist messenger. In this disguise, she will attempt to make contact or approach the dude that Reyna wants to kill to exact her vengeance. Lure him out to a specific location where the rest of the party will be hiding out. And then swish, swash.
Okay.
Just laugh and dash.
So, and this is using a disguise self?
Nope, this is using actual makeup and potentially hair dye, depending on what our fabulous makeup master has to say about it.
So you're going to go to the master himself?
Yes.
All right. Would we like to just run by it, or do you want to actually have an interaction as a party with him? It's up to you guys.
I'm fine with
If you want to talk to the all-powerful Anguston.
Well, let's kind of do like the middle. Let's just say that they have spoken. Civ has told him that it's for sexual roleplay, that she needs to look like someone that the guy she's screwing is really interested in, and to make her look decidedly hideous with a scar and unlike herself.
Gotcha. As you're giving it, just the fuck kind of kinky roleplay are you into? But far be it for me to ever tell someone that they can't have exactly what they want in bed. Okay, now get on the chair.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So you get on, and it's like, no, too pretty, yeah, yes, yeah, no, I should be saying no. Why am I saying yes? Disgusting, gross. Then it's like, now Civ. No, sorry, Civ. They would not say Civ. They would say, okay, I'm getting confused with the names now.
See, it's not that easy.
Candy.
No, legit. That was part of the difference.
It's a really complicated name.
Yeah, we all can't.
So, it says,
Yeah, I mean, I
now,
didn't pick
in order
Laura
to make
McClar Schmar. I picked Candy.
In order for you to look as fucked up as you're wanting, I'm going to have to hurt you. Is this okay?
What do you mean you're gonna have to hurt me?
Not too bad. Think of it as the usual pain that queens go through in order to look amazing.
Can the pain be removed afterwards?
Oh, of course. It's nothing long
Yes,
lasting.
Nothing
Oh,
permanent. I should
Nothing
be able to
permanent
heal.
whatsoever. You'll only feel
Excellent.
it for about a minute.
Yes, go for it. Break my body and my face.
As soon as you say that, they smack you across the face super, super hard. And it, like, makes your face look a little like, the makeup all comes together with that to make you look like a gross cultist woman.
Oh! Oh!
It's just,
Oh!
damn, this
Mhm.
lie against it is incredible.
All of you looking over here, just like it's like, no, lie, you don't know what you're talking about. Of course I know what I'm
My
talking about. I'm
goodness.
fucking Lie Anguston.
Slapped by the hand of a god. I love it. And then she's like, Quill, pay up. And she leaves the tent before she has to pay.
You son of a...
2 gold, please.
Quill pays up. Because honestly, Liangston just seems like a very wonderful person, and the work is immaculate.
Now, before you go, hun, before you go, stop,
Well-
stop, turn, face,
Okay.
look left, look right, up, down, up to the heavens, down
Oh,
to the
shit.
hells.
Oh, she looks terrible. Cool.
It's just like, work. That's what I'm hearing right now is work, okay? You're gonna come to me tomorrow, okay? You're gonna have your own appointment and such like that. We're gonna take care of whatever this is, okay? And does like the sort of hand gesture of like everything, right? We're gonna make you look like 1,000,000 gold, okay? We're gonna make you look like platinum, baby.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Try not to
Okay.
look like you hate yourself. Come on, smile. You
She
look
gives
better
a
when you
very
smile.
It gives the most awkward smile.
That's horrifying. Okay.
And
Have a good day. Have a good day. We're gonna make you look immaculate, darling.
Thank you. I'm sure Candy will especially appreciate when she pays for it tomorrow.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, a little cat in the all right. I have too much fun role playing this character.
That's fair.
I
They're fun
don't
to
know
play.
why.
I'll be honest, when you're having fun, it shows because we also have fun interacting with them.
I'm going to do a private roll to myself of how good they do on it. Now they have a good modifier. So and oh wait, she's worked on Civ's face before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Alrighty. Looks perfect exactly for the role you need. All right. And then as you all leave, Lai kind of says to himself, "What kind of kinky bullshit are they into right now?" First, I saw her walking around with a corset, whip, and boots, and now it's looking like a dilapidated fish. Like, what are we doing here?
All right, we need to find,
Working with a goddess one day, working with a street rat the next. What are we coming to, Lai? What are we coming to?
Okay, we need to find like a spot out in the woods, away from the rest of the caravan that we can set up and get everyone prepared.
All right.
Ah.
So
And am I supposed to just waltz up to this person and be like, hey, message from Frula Mondov?
Excuse me just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, that's a good question. I believe you should try to. We don't know the name of this individual, do we?
no.
We do not. We just know what he looks like.
Okay. I'm going to need to I'm going to turn Osric into an owl. And I'm going to try and do some recon and at least see if somebody will say his name.
Yes, I'd feel much better knowing that there's someone specific that I have to address.
Alternatively, we get 3. We send not just him, but also a few others. Just a larger group. At least 2 or 3 more.
Him.
Right.
Wait, You're suggesting we lure out more?
Just 2 or 3, just so it doesn't look completely suspicious that it's just him. But that was just if you don't, unless you want me to do recon.
Apologies for that.
Can't we just
That's
say
actually-
he, like, abandoned his post or was sent elsewhere? Never to be seen or heard from again?
Well, that's after we kill him. We're talking about the before part.
Right, but if you're luring multiple people away, isn't it more suspicious to have suddenly 3 vanish than 1?
True. Alright, I guess I'll be doing recon.
I mean, if 1 person vanishes, anything could have happened. A wild animal, another human, an attack, I don't know. But 3, then people are going to be suspicious as to what sort of group could handle 3 individuals.
Civ at this point is just filing down her nails. And shooting Reyna really dirty looks.
Which Reyna will return in kind.
Oh, cool.
Oh
Doing
god,
this.
when the two boss bitches are going at it, Jesus. Like it's looking like, you know, like if anybody could draw a line, it would look like those fucking like wizard, like sort of like kind of fucking like,
Yeah.
you know, lasers coming off.
There is so much tension, it has cooks in my steak.
All right, but at this point though, are we ready? So is the plan for Quill to do some recon with Oswick, and then return and then potentially see about getting this 1 person by himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Oswick.
Alvik is going to, when I summon him this time, he's not going to be a lizard, he's going to be a different animal.
What animal?
Okay, I would like your guys' opinion. Should I make him a hawk, an owl, or a raven?
Well, which of them have better senses and can pick up stuff better? Like, don't owls have really good perception?
Owls do have really good perception. Let me quickly check.
Because I remember when I used TikTok, he was an owl, and his perception was like amazing.
It was, yes. An owl's is perception is a +3, so he's got passive. It's a +3 for an owl. Hawks have a +4, but owls also have a +3 to stealth. So, should I go to the more stealthy option?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what time of day or night is it? Is it evening? Is it daytime? Because I think that's going to play a role. If people just see an owl flying around in the day, they're probably going to be like, what?
Good
And
question.
in case it might be better to go with a hawk, because that's less conspicuous in the daytime. If you see a hawk flying around at night, that's kind of weird too. So,
I guess I'll go with a hawk then.
well, what time of day or night is it, Zach?
Yeah.
Towards like I'd say like 6-7 p.m. roughly.
Okay, so then an owl would probably make more sense.
Okay. I'll create back an owl. Wait, what?
Right. So owl it is.
Yes.
All right. So you create an owl. How do you?
He seems very aghast with his new form. He's like, what the fuck?
Like you see, it's trying to make its usual noise, but it's just this really, really weird.
Yeah, it's
God. All right. So you flap over.
Yep, just
All right. Go ahead. Are you trying to have it be stealthy yeah, you're trying to have it be stealthy.
yes.
I'm assuming you're trying to have it trying to perceive. What are you trying to specifically perceive, though?
Look for the guy in here to see if anyone calls him by a name.
Okay. Roll me both the stealth and the perception.
Okay, so these will be +3, so I'm gonna roll 2 d20s and add +3 both of them. If that's alright.
No. One after the other. Declare which is which.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm just so first one is for stealth.
Okay. Cool.
Oof. And then this one is for perception.
All right. Your owl is seen. However, it's just an owl so nobody really pays any mind. It seems like, and you start putting this together, it was probably because Oswick looked like a really weird, dilapidated, gross lizard that people probably tried to kill it, and people aren't bothered by a fucking owl. It's like Oswick is like, I believe this hasn't happened before.
No, usually somebody's trying to shoot me dead by now. Woo.
In terms of eyes and hearing, you could see that the man is, talking with another cultist. It takes a second, but then you hear a name, Harold.
Harold, like Harold.
Uh-huh.
As soon as you hear it, you said whether Quill is with the others, just like Harold. His name was Harold. What a stupid name.
Fuck you too.
Yeah. Quill's Quill's just gonna watch around for a bit more, just in case there's any more interesting information she can overhear. Because you never know. But after, I don't know, when it seems like you're just talking about casual things, she'll leave. Hello?
So you're just bringing Osric back?
Yeah, like I said, she's gonna wait for a few minutes to see if anything of other interest is being talked about. But if there's nothing, it's clear just, casual small talk. She's gonna have Oswick pull back.
Okay. Do you Did you just say the name is Harold?
I tell his name, I said the name is Harold, and he's in what he's up to. He's currently just with the others, chatting.
Party, you now have the man's name.
Sorry,
Harold.
what was it again?
Harold.
Harold.
Oh my god.
Just
Crack me up.
so what's the plan, gang?
Wait a little longer. Maybe till nightfall. Have, cultist Candy come by, call for Harold, lure him away, talk about something potentially about spies and traitors and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then, lure him to our ambush spot. And then, gut him. That sound good? Any objections or comments?
Nope, sounds right.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Squaw.
Right.
Squaw! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Square.
Oh, take it away, Ray. Take it away.
All right. So she'll don her robes with her hideous new face. And she will first kind of see if she can observe the cultist group from afar before she sort of approaches this guy. She's looking for any opportunity where he's gonna step away from his post or wherever he is.
Go ahead and are you trying to hide somewhere while you're waiting?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me stealth, please. Blind GM roll.
Blind GM roll stealth, and I will use my
Inspiration.
inspiration for this.
Inspiraciones.
Stealth. Was that done with advantage?
Let me check and make sure. Give it a sec. It's still going. Yes.
Okay.
So as you kind of post yourself up, you are kind of lying in wait. And there is a moment where he kind of steps over to the side, not far away from the camp, but he is kind of by himself, and he takes out what appears to be pre-rolled sort of cigarette. He lights it and starts smoking.
Okay, good. Civ is going to use this moment to approach him, and she's going to make sure that her disguise and mannerisms are flawless. She's keeping her cultist medallion in hand, ready to show it when the time comes. And she's also going to adopt the posture and attitude of someone who's used to command, subtly mimicking the mannerisms and speech patterns of more kind of higher ranking cultists.
That will take a performance roll, please. That one you don't have to be
Yay!
blind.
Okay. Public role, performance. I don't have any inspos left, so let's hope this is good.
Can
Fingers
I
crossed.
use my guidance?
Ooh. You'd have to be like within, I think it's like 30 feet, right?
No, it's touch. Never mind. I can't get that close.
That's fine. Zach, does deception count as well, or this has to be specifically a
This is
performance role?
you're taking on a role. Performance is like acting as well as like playing performances. Persuasion and deceptions are kind of more
Oh,
actively
Jesus.
like
You have
Shitty
any
roll.
infos?
Shitty roll. And I have no more inspo.
so say what you say to this person.
She will. She'll kind of look around nervously. She doesn't feel very confident that maybe she can 100% pull off a high-ranking cultist. So she's going to try to play this off as someone who's a bit newer and has been sent on a dangerous errand because they're disposable. And she'll kind of approach this person and in a very low, controlled voice that only he can hear, she'd say, and she'd show him her medallion. She's like, I have something from Mondoth. We can't speak here.
Roll deception.
Okay. Decepcioneth. Come on, deception!
Woo!
Woo!
All right.
I didn't see
So
it.
it says he kind of like leans in and he says, "Why can't we speak here? Is everyone else not? Why can't anyone else hear us? Why me?"
I'm sorry, but I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules here. I was told to seek you out specifically. You are Harold, correct? Know that this isn't just another errand. I am not just another messenger. Mondoth's instructions are precise. Only you, in private. Now, we don't have time to waste. Follow me.
He follows.
Nice.
Nice.
Where do you take him?
She kind of like gestures impatiently, and then guides him towards where our ambush spot is. But while they're walking, she tells them, she was like, Mondoth, she is concerned that there is deception in your midst. Spies within spies working against her specific agenda. Not only that, but there are others in this caravan who have specifically foiled her plans.
Yeah, already have some suspicions of a couple of on our own. We already dealt with the Harper kind of we found earlier, just trying to track Rezmir.
She nods. She's like,
Oh.
shh, keep your voice down. I worry that there are others in this caravan who are trying to keep up tabs on you, on all of you. Not just within your troop, but others here, not just Harpers. Be wary of your words. The place where I am to take you is protected. We should be able to talk properly. And She'll just hold up any old piece of parchment and she'll say, "And I can deliver this."
He nods and continues following.
Civ will also make a mental note of the name Rezimir.
Writing it down.
Yep. And
Um,
then once we get to the ambush point, she'll make a show of looking around and making sure like they're safe and they can't be hurt. She's like, "This area has been warded, but you never know when errant mages might try to listen in." This is all of y'all's cue for you know, doing something.
Should I begin?
Well,
Sorry.
depends if you all were gonna just straight up kill him and let Reyna have first whack or something else.
oh, I don't think
Right.
Raina really cares. She just wants this person dead.
Gotcha.
Would she have communicated that prior?
I feel like she would want to attack, like, given the surge of bloodlust and anger and vengeance that she has. Like, I imagine she'd take any opportunity, especially when after getting a signal from Civ being like, "Yep, go ahead," that she would just obliterate this guy.
Let's take a look. It is surprise, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a d20. He fails, and hold person brings him, pretty much like grabs him and holds him in place. Like, what the fuck?
Raina's gonna come out from the shadows. It was quite some time ago that we met, though I never forget a face, especially one that comes with such haunting memories.
After she says that, Alcar also steps out of the shadows and stands at her right hand and just cracks his knuckles and says, "And if she gives me permission, I'm going to break your face."
Of course, gonna stand behind the guy, just to make sure he doesn't, try to sneak away, break free and book.
Tell me why. Your mission at Cloud Peaks. Why?
Cloud Peaks? Oh, that was years ago. Wait a minute. You're not. Oh. Oh, I see. I see what this is now. You were one of them, weren't you? Had to have been a young one, right? No, no older than what? Maybe 5, maybe less.
Answer my question. Why?
You ever heard of the saying, wrong place, wrong time? That's a very accurate description for your people. We needed that section of the mountain for our Lord Cryovane.
Cryovane. But that place has been left in ruins. I don't see anything that you could have done there. Why?
Of course you wouldn't understand. You don't get the grand design. None of you do. Why we do as we do, it's almost nonsensical to you people, which only highlights your hubris. All I'm going to say is Tiamat is coming, and she will usher in a new age. And every act that we take is to further her claim to this world.
Alcar is gonna. Is he able to resist being like hurt?
Well, what do you mean by resist getting hurt?
Like the hold person, he's paralyzed, right?
Yeah, he can't move. Like, he failed.
Okay, so Alcar's just gonna walk up and punch him square in the nose and be like, "Cut the rhetoric, man! What are you, a preacher?"
He spits in your eye.
Oh, that's gross. Come on, man.
And he looks over to you, Reyna, and he says, "Your people were nothing more than a speed bump to move out of the road. Inconsequential."
I think he just gave you permission to kill him.
You see, like, the storm cloud above her head appear, and it's like the most unrestrained version of a storm that you have ever seen, as her emotions just go fucking nuts. But she says with a very calm demeanor, "You know, you speak so highly of Tiamat and her coming. It's really unfortunate that you won't be alive to see it, especially since it won't happen." And with that, she's going to cast Call Lightning, and she's also going to use her Channel Divinity and throw everything she has at him.
So as that comes down, the hold person, there's a split second where the hold person goes away because of the concentration. However, he can't save. You see the lightning bolt strike directly on his head, practically incinerating and reducing him to ashes.
Cool.
Holy shit!
Okay, that made a lot of noise. We need to go.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I hope this was worth it, Reyna. For all our sakes.
We need to run. Can't be here in case somebody comes to investigate the loud.
Civ's already gone.
Indeed. Yeah,
everybody-
Alcar was moving off after Sid.
Did everybody basically like?
We skedaddle, skedoodle.
Oh, wait, oh damn it, Raina's. I was gonna ask her if she used that mold earth thing to cover our tracks.
Who?
I was gonna ask her to see if we could cover our tracks with mold earth.
Druid.
Not Drew. Well, Druin can, but I was
How
referring
about
to.
you give it a sec, because you haven't even given Reyna a chance to even answer what you were saying to them.
Sorry.
Reyna.
I don't remember what I was gonna say, honestly.
Just in the future, everybody, if you're
We're
gonna
all
ask
bad.
somebody, a question, don't immediately have someone interject and then immediately start pivoting to them and not allowing like that person you previously just asked a question. It's so fucking insane. But is everybody just kind of abscond? Yeah, and then just meet back at the camp.
Yep. Run away!
All right. You all meet back at your camp and such. There is an eerie silence over the night as you all go back into your tents and sleep.
Is anyone keeping watch?
I would say Quill would like to keep watch at least for the first.
Yeah, Alcar
Okay.
would probably take the second watch. Or the first, depending. He doesn't need as much sleep as everybody else.
So so those who are taking watch, just go ahead and roll me perceptions.
Do I see anything with a nat 20?
One sec, it's still loading all that. Nope, nothing at all. It is actually, whatchamacallit? Maybe it's just another, just you notice that like, yeah, no, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. I apologize. There are really just nothing. Seems like it's a overall somewhat peaceful night. And the next day comes. The next day, no one talks about the missing cultist person. Nobody even says their name. However, you feel like now the cult group is a little bit just more standoffish in general. Before they were a level of standoff, but now it's even more so. But it is not directly aimed at your party.
Phew! Oof.
So,
Oh,
I would like another D20, please. We're going to have maybe one more event before we end game today. I know today's a little bit of a shorter game. That is a 9. Let me go ahead and move it on the map. 5 more days are going to pass.
Zach, can I just quickly, for sake of my checklist in my own head, just say at some point after that night that Raina would have collected her sigil back from Civ and have it in her person now that
Okay.
she borrowed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what.
and Civ would have also mentioned the name Rezimir to
the party?
Reyna and the party. Yeah.
Okay.
Resume.
Resume.
So now we have Rezimir and
Oh!
Cryovane to remember.
Actually, let's try something. I'd like to cast Sending to the Silver Knight. And say, it's us again. I hope you are well. Is your name Rezimir? The cultists have been trying to kill you. If it is, the cultists have been trying to kill you.
He goes, my name is not Rezimir. You're going the wrong direction with the name.
Okay, suspicious.
We are now, I believe, let me check where we're at now in terms of the days and all that away from it. I think we're at like day 13. Yeah, we're
You're
getting
day
pretty close to
13.
Waterdeep, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. This next part, because you rolled a 9. First off, does anybody specifically, whatchamacallit, like have any like purchasing things? I assume not. I feel like we've kind of gone through a lot of the purchasing things, but like if giving a small chance to just quickly say, "Oh, I want a commission or buy this" or something like that.
Can Quill work? Oh, go first.
It's
You
fine.
go
I'm
first.
just expressing interest in wanting to purchase if that's an option.
Okay. I was gonna say, can Quill work some odd jobs and get some extra coin?
Depend. Odd jobs like what?
She could use like a presentation stuff to like clean clothes, flavor food.
Sure. That earns you maybe like another like 2 gold. Like
Well,
it's
at least-
very small side pocket like stuff that it's like, oh yeah, I'll give you 5 copper for this. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Okay, worth a shot. At least I got a little bit of coin.
Yeah. You're not gonna be raking it in.
Worth a shot. Have we been paid for our work as caravan guards?
Nope. You got a little bit of money in the beginning, and you're gonna get paid when you get to Waterdeep.
Okay.
Like the lump sum to because you all signed it up as a mercenary band, so what's going to happen is it's going to be paid as a lump sum to the organization. So, let's see. Excuse me. Sorry.
hey, do you guys remember Cletus and Clem?
Oh,
Well,
but I kind of want to, not deter just yet. We're still because,
Sorry.
Ray, well, did you want to buy anything or no?
Yes. Civ would be interested in seeing if that wizard guy that Quill bungled things with horribly had any scrolls to sell.
Does it need to sell? Just like
Yes.
one-time use scrolls? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He has a couple. I am. Let me check. And he just says, he would just basically we're gonna kind of run through the motions of it and just say
Mhm.
he would ask, what kind of scrolls are you looking for? Like, are we talking like you want to burn stuff? You want to
Combat related, combat effectiveness, either direct damage or something that can be used for control or debuffing, that sort of thing.
Okay. Let's see. Let me pull up. Okay, where are they? So, he has a couple of so he has a couple of first level spells. One is a chromatic orb, first level, and that's
At
going
first
for
level?
that's going for 300 gold.
Jesus. Okay. What else you got?
They have a mage armor scroll going for 150.
Mage armor for 150 and chromatic orb for 300.
Mhm.
I am going to go for neither of them.
Okay. Yeah,
His prices
he does
are
he's
very
not really a vendor, so it's like he
right.
only has kind of what he has on him, and he's like not specifically looking to sell, but he has them if someone were to be interested.
That's fine. Maybe later on down the line when I have more money. That's cool. I'm good.
Okay.
But thanks for indulging.
Yeah, of course, of course. Anybody else want to check with something to see if they can purchase something?
No.
I think I'm. Oh well. Yeah, I think I'm good for now.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
And Zach Resimir is like a new name, right? It doesn't ring any bells. Like we haven't heard this before.
You have only heard it once,
Mm-hmm.
and it was back in Baldur's Gate as somebody that was related to organizing the caravan, who went ahead of the caravan.
Yeah, because it was sounding familiar. So I'm wondering. Okay.
Resimir. They were the person that you were when you were in Baldur's Gate that you were waiting to hear was organizing the caravan and all that.
Right. Well, Civ would bring this up with the party. She'd be like, something comes to mind about this Resimir personage. Sounds a lot like the person who went ahead of the cultist caravan. Remember, there were two convoys, and Resimir was with the first.
One second. I'm gonna go sneak into the tent at what's his name? Corlin? Colin? Or Harper friend? Whose name is eluding me.
Arlen.
Carlin. I'm gonna sneak into his tent. Hey Carlin, can I ask you something?
Oh yeah, sure. He just like puts. You notice that he's on like a completely new book because all he's been doing this entire time since he's supposed to be out of sight is fucking reading.
I know it's boring, but anyways, do you know somebody named does the resident ring a bell?
He says, yeah, the one that pretty much organized this entire caravan. What about him?
Okay.
Well,
Have you
her.
have you seen anything? Have you seen her identify anything before you got hot?
It says, Resimir is a black dragonborn woman. That's the main thing that we know that I was able to pick up about her. It's the only thing I'm comfortable with discussing at the moment right now as well.
I see. All right, thank you. Enjoy your reading. Do you need any more books? I have a few.
Not yet. Maybe
I have,
maybe in a couple more days.
I say I have the sexually frustrated Barovian.
I might take a look at that.
And I'll just screw out the tent. I just informed you of what I told after our friend. So yeah, that's a resume of the Pentagon Black Dragonborn who was head of the caravan, etc.
So potentially another leader. But
Or
one that the other leaders are operating against.
so potentially somebody that they don't want. Well, leader of the caravan, so maybe that's loose end they want to cut.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, as they say. Perhaps if ever we encounter this resume person, we could leverage that.
A chance.
Definitely, Quill.
Yeah.
I'll let you roll insight off of that interaction with Carlin.
Okay. 9.
Even with a 9, you can kind of tell that he definitely knows he knows more than he's letting on. But, you probably already know why he's kind of keeping close to, sort of close to chest, if you will.
Because he's a hopper.
So, but you can tell that he probably knows more.
Well, I think Colin knows more, but I don't think we're going to get anything about it. He's allowed to keep his secrets. Which is very ironic coming from me.
Like I'm hearing just in the background somebody. Oh,
Anyways, we got a day ahead. What?
Did anybody understand what you just said?
Sorry, I'm talking
No.
too fast. My bad. I just said, anyways, we have a day ahead. Let's go.
Indeed. Let us go and face the day and kick its ass!
Where?
At the food stall, where we keep going.
Hey, we didn't fight that one drunkard.
The day goes by just fine. You all do your shifts and such like that. Quill, I know you did a couple of odd jobs here and there. Lyra, you're feeding the horses. There's Reyna, you swear you see a little bit of ash floating around in the sky, probably unrelated. Civ, you're literally get bumped into Lie, and they are dragging you by like your ankle to tent. Now let's get you looking better.
Who, me?
No, Civ, because remember they fucked up their face to look for the cultists.
Yes, fix my face. Beat my face. And I don't mean actually hurt my face. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, and then I need you to get the gnome. We got some work to do. Okay.
Yes. I'll send her over. But first, do me.
Oh, of course. And however, Bly only has enough time to get yours done. It's probably gonna be the next day for Quill. We are kind of approaching that time. So here's the thing. Make sure everybody had the benefits of a long rest because, it's a new day. We are very close to being at the end of this portion where you all are on the road. I anticipate next game, you guys all might be in Waterdeep.
Woo!
So,
Huzzah!
Wow.
so that is something to look forward to. However, in terms of where we are leaving off with you all at your campfire, talking and doing whatever. So that's kind of where we're going to end off for today. That's kind of a little bit of a short game for today. Again, I apologize, everybody. But I hope that you all enjoyed and had a little bit of fun. And yeah, those of you who tuned in, thanks for watching.
Huzzah!
See you next time.
Yes, all.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye.